Luke wants to do something.
What does Luke want to do?
What does he want to do?
He wants to meet with
He
Scott.
wants to meet Scott.
Does he want to meet with Scott?
Does he want to meet
Yes,
Scott?
he wants to meet
yes,
with Scott.
he wants to meet Scott.
Why does he want to meet with Scott?
Why does he want to meet with
He
Scott?
wants to meet with Scott to discuss ways to reduce expenses for their company.
Well, he wants to meet with Scott to discuss ways to reduce expenses for their company.
Luke thinks the meeting will be quite long.
Luke thinks the meeting will be quite long.
Does Luke think the meeting will be quite long? Yes, he thinks the meeting will be quite long.
Yes, Luke thinks the meeting will be quite long. Yes, he thinks the meeting will be quite
How
long.
long does he think the meeting will be?
How long
Well,
does
he
he think
thinks
the
the
meeting will
meeting will be about 3 hours.
Well, he thinks the meeting will be about 3 hours.
Scott doesn't have time for meetings this week.
Scott doesn't have time for meetings this week.
Does Scott have time for meetings this week?
Does Scott have time
No,
for
he
meetings
doesn't
this
have
week?
time for meetings this week.
No, he doesn't have time for meetings this week.
Why doesn't he have time for meetings this week?
Why doesn't he
Well,
have time for
it's
meetings
because he
this
just
week?
got back to work after being sick for a
Well,
few
it's
days.
because
So
he
he has
just
a
got
lot
back
of
to
tasks
work
to
after being
complete.
sick for a few days, so he has
The
a lot
meeting
of
between
tasks to
Luke and Scott
complete.
won't take place this
The
week.
meeting between Luke and Scott won't take place this week.
Will the meeting between Luke and Scott take place this week?
Will the meeting
No,
between
it
Luke
won't.
and Scott take
Scott
place
is
this
very busy
week?
this week, so the
No,
meeting
it
will take
won't.
place later.
Scott is very busy this week, so the meeting will take place later.
When will the meeting take place?
When will the meeting take
Well,
place?
the meeting will take place next
Well,
week.
the meeting will take place
The
next
meeting
week.
will take place next week instead of this
The
week.
meeting between Luke and Scott take place next week instead of this week.
Will the meeting take place next week
Will the
instead of this
meeting,
week?
will the
Yes,
meeting
that's
take
correct.
place next week
The
instead
meeting
of
will
this
take place
week?
next week
Yes,
instead
that's
of this
correct.
week.
The meeting will take place next week instead of this week.
Why will the meeting take place next week instead of this week?
Why will the meeting
Well,
take place
it's because
next week
Scott
instead
is
of
very
this
busy
week?
this week.
Well, it's because Scott is very busy this week.
Luke will be in the office on Monday.
Luke will be in your office on Monday.
Will Luke be in the office
Will
on
Luke be in
Monday?
your office on Monday?
Yes, Luke will be in
Yes,
the
Luke
office
will
on
be in
Monday.
your office on Monday.
Scott won't be in the office
Scott
on
will be in
Monday.
your office on Monday.
Will Scott be in the office on Monday?
Will Scott be in your
No,
office on
Scott
Monday?
won't be in the office on Monday.
No, Scott won't be in your office on Monday.
Why won't Scott be in the office on Monday?
Why will Scott be in your
Well,
office on
Scott
Monday?
won't be in the office that day because he'll be on vacation.
Well, Scott will be in your office that
Somebody
day,
will
but
be
he
absent
will be
from
on
work on
vacation.
Monday.
Somebody will be absent on Monday.
Who will be absent from work on
Who will
Monday?
be absent on
Well,
Monday?
it's Scott.
Well, it's
Scott will be
Scott.
absent from work
Scott
on
will be
Monday.
absent on Monday.
They cannot set up their
They
meeting
cannot
on
set
Monday.
up the meeting on Monday.
Can they set up their meeting on Monday?
Can they set up the meeting on
Unfortunately,
Monday?
no. They can't set up their
Unfortunately,
meeting
no.
on
They
Monday.
can't set up the meeting on Monday.
Why can't they set up their meeting on Monday?
Why can't they set up
Well,
the meeting
they
on
can't do
Monday?
it because Scott
Well,
won't be
they
in the
can't do it
office.
because Scott will be in your office.
Somebody will be on vacation
Somebody
next
will
week.
be on vacation next week.
Who will be on vacation
Who
next
will be
week?
on vacation next
Well,
week?
it's Scott.
Well, it's
Scott
Scott.
will be on vacation
Scott will be
next
on
week.
vacation next week.
He won't be on vacation for
He
10
will
days.
be on vacation for 10 days.
Will he be on vacation for 10 days?
Will he be on
No,
vacation for
he
10
won't be on
days?
vacation for that long.
No, he
He'll
will
be
be
on
on
vacation for
vacation
just a
for
few
that
days.
long. He'll be on vacation for just a few days.
How many days will he be on vacation?
How many days will he be on
Well,
vacation?
he'll be on vacation
Well,
for
he'll
3
be on
days.
vacation for 3 days.
He won't be back on
He
Wednesday.
will be back on Wednesday.
Will he be back on Wednesday?
Will he be back
No,
on Wednesday?
he won't be back on Wednesday.
No, he won't be
He'll
back
be
on
back
Wednesday.
later.
He will be back later.
When will he be back?
When will he be back?
Well, he'll be back
Well,
on
he will be
Thursday.
back on Thursday.
Luke won't be in the office on Thursday.
Luke will be in your office on Thursday.
Will Luke be in the office on Thursday?
Will Luke be in your
No,
office on
he won't be in
Thursday?
the office that day.
No, he won't
He'll
be
be somewhere else.
in your office that day. He will be somewhere else.
Where will he be?
Where will he be?
Well, he'll be at the
Well,
hospital.
he'll be at the hospital.
Why will he be at the
Why
hospital?
will he be at the
Well,
hospital?
he'll be at the hospital
Well, he'll
because
be
he
at
has an
the-
appointment with his doctor.
Well, he'll be at the hospital
They
because
can't
he
set up
has
their
an
meeting on
appointment with his doctor. They can set up the meeting on Thursday.
Can they set up their meeting
Can
on
they
Thursday?
set up
No,
the
they
meeting on
can't set up their
Thursday?
meeting on
No,
Thursday.
they can't set up the meeting on Thursday.
Why can't they set up their meeting on
Why
Thursday?
can't they set up the meeting
Well,
on
they
Thursday?
can't do it because one of them
Well,
has
they
a
can't do
doctor's
it because
appointment that
one
day.
of them has a doctor's appointment that day.
Who has a doctor's appointment that day?
Who has a
Well,
doctor's
it's
appointment
Luke.
that day?
Luke
Well,
has a
it's
doctor's
Luke.
appointment
Luke
that
has
day.
a doctor's appointment that day.
Both Luke and Scott will be in the
Both
office
Luke
on
and Scott will
Friday.
be in your office on Friday.
Will both Luke and Scott be
Will
in the
both
office
Luke
on
and Scott
Friday?
be in your office on
Yes,
Friday?
that's correct.
Yes, that's
Both Luke
correct.
and Scott
Both
will be
Luke
in
and
the
Scott
office
will
on
be in your
Friday.
office on Friday.
They can set up their meetings
They
on
can set
Friday.
up the meeting on Friday.
Can they set up their meeting
Can
on
they set up
Friday?
the meeting on Friday?
Yes, they can set up their meeting on
Yes,
Friday.
they can set
because
up
both
the
of them will
meeting
be
on
in the
Friday
office.
because both of them will be in your
They
office.
can't set up their meeting on
They can set
Thursday.
up the meeting on Thursday.
Can they set up their meeting on
Can they
Thursday?
start the meeting on
No,
Thursday?
they can't set up their
No,
meeting
they
on
can't start
Thursday.
the meeting on
But that's
Thursday.
okay.
But that's
They can set up
okay.
their
They
meeting
can
later.
start the meeting later.